Hey, the Christmas octopus. The Christmas octopus demands your allegiance. Bow down. I am Christmas octopus. I am the Christmas octopus. You will love me. Hey everyone, welcome to this new episode of So I Married a Geek, the show where we invite you
into our lives. Ha ha ha. Sometimes I can talk.
Ha ha ha, so can I have a speed racer? Whoa!
Yeah, that's exactly what that shit was like.
You can talk anytime you want.
I know, you always say I don't, so I decided to surprise you and just start trying to talk over you.
Like you had Tourette's?
Sometimes. Well, only you get to say random crazy shit.
You think too much about shit. That's why you can't say random crazy shit.
I just did.
Anyways, this show we invite you into our lives. I'm Gavin, and this is...
Zoo.
This is...
Dog.
This is...
Phil.
And this is Dog. And,
She's like, I didn't sign a release. Why am I
we've
on
had a
camera?
rough few months of medical issues.
No shit.
And I wanted to talk about it today because I have never dealt with doctors this much in my life.
Yeah, since August, it's just been nonstop.
It has been doctor. And in your experience with doctors, you just resign to it. Like, you've dealt with this for so long.
Yeah, but it's been, like, I have spent an entire year's worth of flexible spending in 4 months. That's how much I've been going to
Speaking of
doctors.
this, y'all, we have different health insurances because he has it through his job and mine is through the marketplace. And it was time to pick new insurance, so I picked something that had very low co-pays and out-of-pockets because I'm turning, 45, I think? And the doctor's like, this is the year we got to start watching for things like cancer and stuff to pop up, so you're going to be seeing the doctor a lot more often, just preemptively checking for things. So I was like, okay. So I had to pick
I'm married to almost 45. I'm so young.
So I had to pick a plan that would cover that really well. I have Oscar insurance, and 95% of the time they've been fantastic. But like I had to deal with we both had to deal with orthopedic doctors.
I was gonna say we can't use names. Let's not use names, but yes, and a particular one that seems to think that they're just the second coming. So they overcharge.
We had to rush
everything
right after we got his X-ray from his finger to the orthopedic doctor. He's like, you got to go now. So the only place we could find took walk-ins, and they're like, well, because you're not referral, you got to pay $350
out of pocket.
And once you get the referral, we'll get you the refund,
which was like next to nothing
because they went ahead and took the fees and stuff out. When I got he got someplace else. When I got injured, I was referred to the same place, but I went to a different office. And it was a much different experience, but...
Except they still overcharged you.
They triple charged me.
And then we're like, oh, did we?
They acted all innocent because I got my explanation benefits. I was like, holy fuck, they should have only charged me like $60. No, they charged me so much that I haven't had to pay since. And I'm done with them now, so I'm expecting some sort of refund.
It's crazy. Like, I was just reading an article this morning where they were talking about how hospital software is designed to add between 575 and 675% on top of what it actually costs. And so, like, one lady went and she got a boot because she had broken her foot or her ankle. And then when she went on Amazon, what they had charged her $800 for was $80. Literally 10 times as much.
Both my boot and my air cast were $500 to this orthopedic doctor, and the air cast didn't even work. It didn't hold air. It was just two pieces of plastic and a Velcro.
And each of them were like $50, but the real cost was like $50.
Yeah.
But then they were charging 10 times as much for it.
And so I don't quite understand like how your visit was $350 without insurance, but with insurance it skyrocketed. Because I went through all my explanation benefits. The discounts that the insurance companies get are insane. Like, my emergency room visit was only like $120, $140 for me.
Mine was like $1,400 after my insurance.
Yeah, so it was like, that's a massive difference in our insurance.
I've told you before, that's part of why when we talk about putting you on my insurance, was like, do you know how much more expensive it would be if you were on my plan?
So, dealing with doctors, it's been different. So maybe it's because we haven't really dealt with this since before COVID. Like, I didn't deal with doctors before COVID. Now, post-COVID, it's like, you can't go inside. There's all these safety precautions. Like, Phil had to sit outside when I was in the emergency room. I just sat outside when you were in the hospital. Like, it's a broken system. It is so vastly, vastly broken. Like, I was at the orthopedic doctor, and this lady had come in for an appointment, but because she had a specific type of insurance, they wouldn't see her. And she's like, I've been trying to get someone on the phone all day to ask where I could go, and you guys said you take walk-ins. Well, we can't see you. And I'm like, can you imagine what insurance is actually just made to help you instead of hinder you? And so dealing with all of this stuff, I understand why Dr. Link stopped being a doctor. She said, I stopped doing it because I hated dealing with insurance. She hated it.
My psychiatrist doesn't take insurance at all. You have to pay out of pocket for whatever and she charges a lot for it.
It's such a racket. Like, for something that's so needed to be able to go see a doctor, you'd think they would have fixed this shit by now.
No, I mean, not here. I mean, there are parts of the world where being a doctor is not done so that you can be rich and, have a huge house and drive a Porsche. It's done because it's what's good for humanity. So you do it not expecting to make a ton of money. But between that and malpractice and how litigious people became, the system had to change. And it turned into, oh, you made a mistake as my doctor, I need $3 million because you made a mistake. So malpractice insurance went through the roof and all that kind of crazy shit. They're like, oh, you're going to need to see physical therapy. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, you're going to have PTSD and not be able to drive. I drove just fine. I don't have PTSD. See, I do with my finger. There are things I will not do with my fingertip just because of how scared I am. Because it still hurts.
Walking, and I am still, suffering from some tendon damage. And now my knees are starting to act up. And I'm like, oh, great. This is going to be fun. But yeah, I'm getting to that age now where I'm going to have to be seeing a doctor more often. And so I'm trying to plan ahead. I'm just like, good God, I don't want to do it. Like, Oscar's got a great virtual care system, but I don't have to actually get a physical doctor because there's only so much virtual care can do. And
the other good thing I've seen with your insurance is like if you have a copay, you pay it and then it's over. With my insurance, I pay my copay and then afterwards, like, oh yeah, here's like another $180 worth of stuff that your insurance didn't cover that you have to pay for. Like, then what do I have insurance for if I'm paying this much money to just go see my general practitioner? You pay your copay and you're done.
Yeah, I think my new one is either virtual or primary. I think is zero copay just to visit.
Every year, my prescriptions get more. I'm not going to say where I work, but every year they do less and less with our insurance. So our copays go up, our prescriptions go up, our out-of-pocket goes up, everything just...
Yeah, we both got the same medication once, and mine was like 30 cents.
There was literally one time we got the exact same prescription, the same dosage, the same number. He paid 78 cents for his, and I paid $8 for mine.
That's stupid, y'all. And so I understand why I think we really do have the need for universal health care. Because so many people can't get insurance, so many people are fighting these systems. And these systems are so corrupt, there's no way you're telling me that Aircast cost as much as that boot. No way.
Well, the article I was reading was talking about how the person who gave the screenshots of the software to the reporter was showing for sutures, which is, thread that you use for stitches.
Yeah.
And already for the thread, it was $19, but then when they were done with their markup, it was $400 for the thread that you use to give somebody stitches.
I don't get it. I hated it, and I'm not looking forward to this coming year because I'm also trying to get my life insurance figured out. That's a whole other complicated ball game. Just because I don't want to leave you with nothing. Because we all know I'm going to go first.
Do we?
I'm older than you are. A little bit crazier. More prone to diseases.
Because I'm white. And running into traffic.
I didn't. That happened once. Okay? It happened once, y'all. But, doctors aren't fun.
And falling in parking lots.
Yeah, well, I don't park out front anymore. I park out back.
Like a good old
because I made the mistake of trying to take the stairwell And I made it halfway up, and I was like, this isn't happening. So I literally kind of drug myself up the next set of stairs. Donna was telling me with the knees, they're going to tell you can't do bikes, you can't do stairs, you can't do any of that stuff. Because you're just going to make it worse. And I'm going to have to work on getting new furniture because this couch is really low. And it's hard for me to get out of it sometimes. So I really do need to look at some new furniture soon.
One of these days.
Yeah. So that's our We're Getting Old, Gotta See Doctors episode.
So cheery right around Christmas.
I know, and we're coming to New Year, and it's just something that we both have to be thinking about is, it's not fun, man. I hate it. It's so stupid. The system is so broken.
I mean, with my pain management doctor, I have to see him every 10 days. Every damn 10 days, I have to pay another copay. Like, I've got so much fucking money just sitting around. Every 10 days, I have to have an appointment.
And that's because they can only give him prescriptions for 2 weeks at a time.
Which I don't understand, because he had said, like, after the first month, he could switch to 30 days at a time, but he doesn't. I have to see him every 10 days. I guess he has a yacht he has to pay for or something.
Who knows? So anyways, that's been our experiences with doctors so far and what we're looking forward to next year. We'll probably talk about this as things happen, but
Sure.
Thanks for watching this cheery episode of
this episode of Gavin Gets Old.
You were old before me. You were seeing doctors long before I was. You're more decrepit than I am.
I'm not more decrepit than you are.
Yes, you are.
Fine, I look younger.
Anyways, we
He's
hope you guys...
jealous because I have the Reed Richards going on and he didn't get that.
You lost that shit. It's all just now everywhere.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I just cut your hair, bitch. I know.
Yeah, but I still have it at the temples and you don't. It's on your chest.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's like maybe one or two.
Okay.
He won't let me shave anything, so...
You're supposed to have body hair.
No, you're not. Body hair... I would just do my armpits and everything. Body hair freaks me out.
No, I'm not married to a little kid. I'm married to a grown-ass man.
We hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. As we're getting ready for Christmas next week, we wish you all a happy, good holiday. Whatever you celebrate, wherever you are. Like, subscribe, as Phil likes to say.
Don't you make fun of me.
He can't say subscribe when he's doing an Instagram video, so you subscribe.
When I'm in a hurry, my words get messed up.
My words are hard.
Words are hard.
Cha.
Ah.
Alright, so we see you guys tomorrow, new episodes at noon. And like I said, after Christmas, we'll probably take that week off, do some filming for some things. And after filming when we're doing cookies, I think doing the reality show is going to be lots of fun, but it's going to be a lot of work because so much happens. And we have to stop and get the camera ready before we continue and Phil has to learn where the camera is because he's like off camera talking. Like, no, the camera's here, bitch. Come and talk. You got to change your mentality, bitch.
I'm new to this. I'm not like you.
Oh my God. Uh-oh, here she comes again.
Yeah, she's like, where's my spot?
Miss Heifer.
Oh, have you signed your release form now?
Anyways, we'll see you guys on more episodes soon. Stay tuned.